Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 12-week year. And thank you so much for taking the time for you. And here are the things that I want you to understand about the 12-week year. It's only 84 days. And my name is Mikeworth, and I am your hostess through the accountability group. And what I want you to know about the accountability group is it's only 84 days. And that means that you have 84 chances to really look at your goals and to start again or move forward in some ways. You have 84 chances. So when we look at the 12-week year, today I'm going to talk about the top 4 items that everyone has resistance in. So you can pick the spot where you have that and then start to look for what does everybody go through. And so here's my lovely wisdom for you from running all of these groups. One, I will tell you this other piece is that just because I run that group doesn't mean I'm any better at doing these tasks than you are. So just so you know, I still have to check them off. I still have to struggle with every single thing that is hard for you is also hard for me. So I'm not free either. It's not like I have some guru mind that makes getting all my stuff done easier. These are lies. These are lies that I wish were true about me, that I was super great at that, but I'm not. And so there are 4 areas, right? And so we say it in group that usually one time in that 84 days where I go, what's the place you're getting stuck? There are only 4 places that people are getting stuck. One is it's either doing the daily task. So remember, you have 84 chances. So you're not down to one. It's not one chance. You have 84 chances in this accountability group to do something with your day on one of the 3 tasks that you are probably picking up. The second place that people have is calendaring. If you do not allot time for the things that you want, it's like always turning your cup upside down that nothing can fill into there. It's impossible to quench your thirst on your own dream if your cup is upside down and can't take anything in. So you have to open your cup so that you can pour something in. So you want to think about time and calendar as a cup that you wish to drink from. So you have to not, I'll use my money cup, right? So here's an example, right? If it's all got a lid on it and all that time is there, you're not going to get anything new in there. So let's just imagine that I have this cup of time. This happens to be a very large cup. And this is often called my money cup. So there it is. And my fancy fingernails look so great on that. You will not always see fancy fingernails. So here's my moment to show these off. But time is like a cup. So if it's constantly upside down, nothing can get poured into it. None of the things that you want to create in greatness for your life will fit. So one, you have to have a cup. And you have to have a cup, and that's called a calendar. That's your day. So you have to have time every day that you can pour something into that. And that may be a 3-hour block of time. That may be only a 15-minute short task. It may be that you only have several minutes, not just one. And of course, I'm going to try to put this back on. Someone have a drink of it with you. Water goal right here. There it is. There's my water goal for the day. Is that I fill this up, right? This is also a tactic. Fill my cup with water, set it on my desk, right? That was a tactic working. So 4 ways that people are having resistance in this time. It is 1, doing the daily. Either they're not doing the daily or they're not allotting calendar time. The other place that people, number 3, is pre-planning the week of saying, here are the things that I am visualizing myself to get done. That you have been given, you see these come up with me, right? Is you have a weekly reflection, but you have this scorecard. The scorecard is so critical to you. So if you are not pre-planning the things that you want to get done, right? It's to say, here are the tactics. Here are the things that I'm going to get done this week. And you can do it 7 days, you can do it 5 days. You want to do it as many days as you possibly can, because we only have 84 days. So every single day that you can get something done on your scorecard, you should. So you can just do it 5 days a week if you want, but Most of you who are hanging out in my group are all high achievers. So most of you are feeling like you want all 7 days. So pick things that you can kind of are a little easier to mosey through on some of your tactics. So a lot of people feel resistance around this scorecard. You need to do the scorecard. So pre-planning the week ahead. Here are the things that I'm going to say to myself. This is what I want to get done. And then we have, again, the weekly reflection. This is number 4. There are only 4 places that people really get stuck. They get stuck on saying 84 days, every day, I got to do the task. I got to do a task. The second is putting time on their calendar. You need that 3-hour block to say, I'm going to give 3 hours to my own goals, especially those of you who are in the writers group. If you do not give yourself that 3-hour block of time, you will not have enough time to review your work. You will not have enough time to go through all of the writing that you did, or do any editing, or doing any rearranging, or just master calculation. As if you are in the writer's version of the 12-week year, you should go through and make sure you have that 3-hour block of time every single week, and then have a backup hour so that if you got it shortened or something else, that you have a backup place for that. So calendar time, pre-planning the week, and then number 4 is that follow back on the week, right? What can be improved? You want to look at tactics because they don't always work. So sometimes I think that's a good idea and it's not. So sometimes I think, oh yeah, I'll just bring all my stuff and I'll go sit outside on the deck and I'm gonna bring a nice like icy cold drink and I'm just gonna sit there and do my work. Mm. Well, what I found out is that when I sit on the deck, I'm too hot and that my stuff blows around and that's actually not a great work environment for me because all my neighbors wave at me and then I talk to them and then I talk about their dog and then I do all these other things. So that's not actually a good tactic for me. It was a great mirage that I had in my head, but it's not actually a great plan for me. So when I did my week in review, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that. So think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. Sometimes it's giving yourself new supports. Remember, and hear me, no one's going to win this for you. You get to have, you get to have all the things that are right for you. So some of those things are a little more difficult and some of those things require a little more effort, and that's fine. That's fine. You get to work through each of those pieces a little bit at a time. You get to kind of sand and polish the stone of your diamond, and that's all you have to do is you just have to say the beginning of the week, I'm going to make some time every day. I'm going to put it on my calendar. I'm going to give myself a block of time. I'm going to plan it out a week in advance, and then I'm going to follow back to see if it really worked. If you can manage those 4 things, this process is going to go really great for you. So with that, I'm also going to give you as a last piece, I wrote down these kind of other things, the last bits that you should know. The last bits you should know is, why do you want to do it? You want to do it not just for 12 weeks, you want to continue to do it. Here's what I've learned from doing so many of these is that it takes about 8 weeks for you to really find all of the what's the word I'm looking for? All of the kind of slaps back. It takes you about 8 weeks to kind of get into a method. It right? How many things are going to push me back? It takes me about 8 weeks for people to kind of outsmart the real big ones. It takes about 9 months to assimilate so that your mind doesn't think this is just a trend and it's a short-term thing and it's going to go back to its thinking. So it takes about 9 months for your mind to go, yep, this is a pattern. Yep, this is a pattern. Okay, let's keep moving in this, as opposed to regressing to its old pattern. It takes about 9 months for it to assimilate that this is not a trend. 8 weeks is enough time to go, oh, this is a trend. Okay, we're doing it this way now. 9 months is about how much time it takes for you to really assimilate and it becomes a natural pattern. But it takes 18 months. It takes a year and a half It is the same amount of time to heal grief. So if you are looking at like, why is this taking so long? It takes that long. It takes that long. It takes about 18 months for your brain to go, oh, we're actually safe. Oh, we can go, we're good. We're good. So when you're thinking about the 12-week year and what are the obstacles, everybody has the same four. You'll have the same four. Whether you have them all at one time or one at a time doesn't matter. And you have to have the time. One time is not enough to do the 12-week year. You want to continue to do it. And you want to give yourself a break from it so that you can test the 9 and the 18-month period. That's also why I give people a break in between the accountability groups. One is so that you can remember what your natural pattern is. It's a chance for you to test, is your old way better than the new way? And it only takes 3 rounds of the 12-week year, 84 days plus 84 days plus 84 days for most people to recognize, oh, I'm actually, I actually feel more relieved and less stress from planning. That your parasympathetic system can kind of relax. But it will take 18 months for your parasympathetic to actually believe you that you're going to continue to invest in it in this way. So, for those of you who have health goals and things like that, it's it's getting used to it, but your body's very different. Working out 8 weeks versus 9 weeks versus 18 months versus 3 years versus 5 years. So if you want a superstar life, right? An athlete doesn't just choose to work out 8 weeks out of the year. They don't choose to just do it 9 weeks. They choose to make it a lifestyle change. And for many of you, that's actually the bigger goal is that you're making a lifestyle change to allow yourself systems and thought processes and support. That's why you come to group, that you need the support to continue to grow at this new energy level. And this new energy level takes some time. So, 4 places that you can kind of work on that everyone has resistance, right? Doing the daily, calendar time, pre-planning of what to get done, and following back at the end of the week. You have 3 big timelines that I need you to remember: 8 weeks, 9 months, 18 months. That's it. Thank you. You just paying attention and doing the things that are meaningful to you make the world more meaningful for other people. So that is a way to shine peace and love into the world, is by you giving peace and love and time to you. Okay? And fill that cup. So cheers to you. Cheers to you. And by the way, I call this my money cup because it's green. And if I keep drinking this, more money comes. Yep. Because I'll be healthy and happy. And that's my conviction. All right. I am glad you are here. Thank you so much. I will see you on the other side. See you.